Mr. Cojo here likes chewing on the leash. Let's not do that, sir. Thank you. I just grabbed my treat bag and he was already interested in it, so hopefully he's liking the food. And we'll see what we got going here. Got little bits of beef jerky, dog jerky, and he likes them. Alrighty, so this is going to be using our pager for those turns. And then starting to tighten up those turns a little bit. Not necessarily tighten them around your body, but we're not at like getting fancy in positioning yet, but not as long turns. So I'm not going to let him pull as far out before I press my pager. So it'll basically be he's hanging out kind of near me. As soon as he gets a little bit ahead of me, I'm going to turn, press my pager, or press my pager and turn, hold that pager until he's committed to walking in the same direction as I'm going. And then treat him when he's there, and when he's focused on me. All right, we'll see how it goes. Come on. So I'm using a little bit of luring here. So here I'm pressing my pager, luring around, and then treating. Pager. 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 Treat. So he's a little bit distracted, as you can see, and sometimes it gets a little bit, a lot of things to do to be pressing your pager and doing your turns and luring and reaching in your bag and keeping their focus on you. So if your dog isn't that motivated by the food, don't worry about not giving it to them every single time. Do a couple turns without your treats, get their focus back on you, and then start bringing the treats in as soon as they're a little bit less distracted. And also on that note, if you have a non-motivated dog by food, like they just like aren't hungry or they're fearful or whatever it is, don't give up on giving them treats. Like keep offering them to you the more you start working them into it. So I'll have a session with a dog that's 10, 15, 20 minutes long, and in that time, if they're not taking food in the beginning, by halfway or the end of the session, typically they start taking food if you keep offering it. So you don't have to offer it every single time, but back to that, once you get their attention and focus on you, you can start offering it in and they should start taking it, and sometimes it takes a couple weeks for dogs to want to work for their food in the training. So anyway, that's with super fearful dogs, but they'll get there. I've done a lot of them. So anyway, we're gonna keep going with Mr. Cojo. Come on. At this time, we're also shaping them being on our left. And so when he was over on that side, I may do another turn away from him and then try to lure him or get him back over on that side just by doing my turns. So if we get another one, I'll demonstrate that. Pager. Good. Pager. Good. Pager. Treat. Pager. Treat. Pager. Pager. So here he's back over on this side. I'll do a turn away from him. There we go. And then lower him back on the correct side. Good. Pager. Treat. Pager. Pager. Good boy. So this is basically the second step to no pulling on my leash. After you have the dog's attention from just doing your back and forth on the pager as they're pulling away, you press that pager, walk the other way, and walk with determination, because your dog is, for the first time, is going to feel that pager on my neck and say, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? That's why we put the leash on, for that guidance. So That's really what we're doing with him. Okay, come here. You're making a lot of racket itching over there. So yeah, after you get the dog's attention, they stop pulling on the leash, then you can start adding the treats in. If you've got a food motivated dog, keep offering them if they are. The one thing you do want to watch out for with a super food motivated dog is that they're not getting too hyped up off of those treats. So you still want to keep that good state of mind, relaxed energy, all that stuff. But when you have that relaxed engagement, that's, you know, the gold star right there. That's what we're looking for. So definitely reinforce that with a bunch of treats. If you're finding your dog is getting too worked up off of the treats and not focusing as well, use a little bit more turns, less treats, wait for them to relax and focus back down, and then start reintroducing the treats. And then when your dog is a little bit more farther along, you can start correcting a little bit in those moments where they're getting too excited. Talk them back down, just say, hey, relax, it's time to, you know, hang out, and then they get their food for relaxing and calming down. So this guy, he can work forever. We're gonna keep working him, but this is what it looks like.